the Trump disclosure that's going on, and the latest news on that with the alien files, the Trump alien disclosure files. We're going to talk about the very latest news on that, what's going on with that. Then we're going to talk about why everyone's saying this space launch is fake. We want everybody's input on this, and it's all over the place, and we're just going to dig into it, man. So we want your opinions in the chat. I see like a bunch of people watching right now. Was it fake? Was it real? Put your opinion up. Fake, real. That's it. And that's what we want to know. The launch, the Artemis 2 launch. What do you think? Put your opinions up real quick, just down below. Fake or real?
What do you guys think?
Well, we'll talk about that. Hold on now, Bubba. You're getting a little too far ahead now. We got to say, I want to say your opinions. No, that's okay. And then, and that's good, juicy stuff. We got to save it for then. After that, we're going to talk about just a little bit of crazy news going on in the world, latest stories, about 10 stories of crazy, wacky stuff that's going on out there. And then we're going to do a deep dive into celestial seasonings, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to What's Up HCR. Thank you, Hardcore Rob. That's my old radio name.
Hold on a second.
From my FM days. Yes.
We're a show that talks about aliens, ghosts, and Bigfoot that doesn't exist.
Uh-huh.
Why the hell are we talking about tea?
About what?
Tea.
Yes. Good question, Tyler. Excellent question. Bubba was the same way. He was like, what's the hell's the deal with the tea, man? So it's celestial seasonings. We're going to talk about how. And again, we have to be careful when we talk about these big, giant companies like this, because we're just a little tiny, show. I mean, we reach a lot of people, like 4,000 or 5,000 people a week, but we're not a giant corporation, so we have to be careful. But we're going to talk about celestial seasonings tonight and how it was formed by something to do with aliens and some kind of alien religion, Tyler and Bubba. Yes, an alien cult of some kind. So we're gonna dig deep. Not saying they were a cult, but it's something similar. And we're gonna talk about it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah. Connie's over there drinking it right now. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe this kind of tea comes from elsewhere.
We all love sleepy time. Yeah, it's the early music putting you into a trance. No, I'm just playing. Everybody loves sleepy time, but what kind are you drinking, Connie? Are you seriously drinking it right now?
Yeah, it's chamomile.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, we're gonna talk about Connie's drinking alien tea over there live. Do you feel any different?
Yeah, it actually mellows me out, and then the honey in it helps with my congestion.
Feeling a little alienish?
Get out. Yeah.
Mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow. That's not from the tea.
That helps mellow me out too.
That's from the leaves that she was smoking earlier.
It's not tea.
So, all right. So, welcome to the show, everybody. So that's the plan for tonight. So we'll kick it off with what's going on with Trump and the alien files, because that's really, let's face it, the most important thing going on out there. President Trump, just ordered the government to start releasing all the files of the secret files on the UFOs, UAPs, and extraterrestrial life. He posted it himself.
Get on with it.
Yeah, he posted it himself on Social Truth, saying, based on the tremendous interest shown, agencies better start identifying and declassifying everything. So, we could put the link to his exact post. We'll put that up, but we've all read that. But so it's not just talk, right? Congressman Tim Burchett, or Burchett has been dropping bombs, and he's been briefed. He says he's been briefed by every alphabet agency. And if the public heard what he's seen, this country would come unglued That's what this dude is saying. He claims people who get too deep into this stuff go missing or worse. And we've got the clip. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, but didn't we hear this like a while back with the Epstein files and nothing happened?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, only about half of them got released, and a whole bunch of them didn't. Yeah.
See, Timber
Probably
Chan-
never will. Probably never will, sir. Yeah. So, also, Republican Anna Paulina Luna, who chairs the UAP Transparency Task Force, is pushing hard too. She's held briefings, grilled whistleblowers about orbs getting shot at, and told Joe Rogan she's seen evidence of interdimensional beings. And we've got the clip to that too, but we're not going to go watch that. But yeah, because you've probably seen them all over the internet. Anna Paulina Luna and Timber Chet talking some mad smack about aliens out there.
I do have the video of Timber Chet if you want to hear it.
Let's see it. Yeah, you got it. If you could find any Anna Paulina, great too. Yes, sir.
And I am hearing my mic cut out. That's pissing me off, but oh well.
Just a touch.
I'm still a member of Congress, so I can't really comment too much on what Matt said. But I will say this.
Wait, seriously? Are you being serious, or is that
I'm
tongue in
being
cheek?
100% serious. I've been 100% serious. I've been briefed by just about every alphabet agency there is. And I'll just tell you this. If they would release the things that I've seen, you would stay up. You'd be up at night worrying about or thinking about this stuff. We just
What's he talking about there?
I'm sick of it.
That's serious right there. Keep you up late at night. I mean,
but dude was serious as a heart attack right there. I'll tell you that. I mean, whether it's true or not, he at least believes it.
yeah. Anything about Anna Paulina Luna?
Looking.
She
I
chairs the
think we should.
UAP Transparency Task Force. You know that UFO reporting site? They're trying to push something to shut that off. That one we've been talking about the past couple of weeks.
The government one that
the new one run by the government, the AARO.
Yeah, AARO.
Yeah, there's a push to shut it down. That people don't need to know this or whatever. That it's government information. They're just putting it out. I don't know who's trying to do it, but that's what I read somewhere.
Oh, I was just getting ready to say who's trying to shut it down.
I don't know who it was, but yeah, pretty weird.
There's always got to be some carrot out there that.
Well, listen to this guy. He's saying that it's going to be possibly more than people can handle. You know, that it's wild.
I don't think so. I think people are ready.
50,
This show's ready.
Oh, yeah.
This show and all of our listeners are ready. Okay.
Okay, hang on. I got the clip from Rogan, but I don't know
him on Rogan.
Name it, yeah, but we'll play it if you want.
Yes, sir.
I do think some people will get worried and have some anxiety, but I don't think people will go crazy like they think.
What I can also tell you is based on our interviews, and this has been something that you can go back and watch with the congressional hearings, but I was actually able to ask some of the witnesses, what are these things? And they keep saying interdimensional. And then when you talk about the interdimensional aspect of, are these things pre-existing, maybe outside of what we currently know as our own dimension? That stuff can kind of all sound crazy, but at the end of the day, my job as an investigator is to receive all the information, decipher it, and then ultimately from a congressional aspect, if you do have contractors that are withholding information or operating outside of the purview of the federal government, there's budgetary issues, but there's definitely something that I can tell you with confidence that exists that we don't know how to explain currently.
So, there's also, whistleblower David Grush, who, he claimed that the U.S. recovered non-human craft or secret programs hidden from Congress. People may have been harmed to keep it secret. Don't forget about that guy. So, but Congress is getting weird, man. Yes, go ahead.
I've also been seeing a lot of videos from that. Connie, what's his name again?
Which
Michael Greer or something.
one?
Yeah,
Stephen
Michael
Greer?
Greer is all over. Stephen Greer. That dude, though,
Yeah,
man, you know,
yeah.
I think you got to watch what that guy says. He's, I don't know.
Oh,
I like
he's
his
like
technological side of it, and
I mean, yeah, he's cool. He just, I don't know. He's got this
He-
side where he's just selling stuff. I get the feeling that he's always like, oh, something's coming, and then nothing ever comes, and he builds up the stuff, and nothing ever happens, and he just like he's trying to sell his books and his movies, and I don't know.
it's mainly his
Well,
book,
he
his
did-
movies.
I think he's a shell or a shield or a product or something put out there just to keep everybody's attention. I don't pay attention to that guy.
I'm sorry, but Rob froze up at the worst time possible.
Did I?
I
Yeah, you
know. I see that.
Am I
But
okay
the
now?
guy did.
No.
What was it he said? Something that it did that makes sense. Oh, like that he really don't think that
There he is.
aliens are here to do anything bad to us, because if so, they'd already done it.
I agree with that. Yeah, we would have been wiped
I
out a
do.
long time ago.
I
Okay.
totally agree with that.
If they were, I don't think they're smarter than us.
Can I get back to a subject that Bubba mentioned ago?
Yeah, what?
Okay, Bubba said earlier that he feels we're ready. Now, I know we all want to know, and I feel we're ready, but I don't think the world's ready. And I think that's the problem.
They're
Because
not.
we still have people arguing over like political dogma and religion as opposed to the realization that we're not alone in the universe and we've been visited quite a bit.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
they're going
but
to stop if we don't learn the truth.
Well, yeah. I
And-
mean,
Tyler, there's so many UFO sightings, and just everything along with that. I just think everyone's ready for it. I think we've all had it enough that we've.
people are being weird and not really paying a whole lot of attention to what's really going on. Like our listeners, yeah, they are. But outside of this show and other news shows, they're starting to talk a lot more about, disclosure and UFOs a lot more than they used to, man. That's for sure.
Well,
but
okay, let
they
me ask.
kind of seem to just not give a shit.
Let me ask Bubba this: is he thinking we're ready because he truly thinks we're ready, or is he thinking we're ready because he wants to know?
Most
And
people
he
don't
feels like
believe.
humanity's holding him back.
Period.
It's a little of both. To be honest with
you
you,
can't argue that.
Most
I
people
mean-
just don't believe. Period.
I think as a whole, I think we're ready, and
No,
I think we're ready because I'm ready. Yeah.
no, we're
I
not
don't think we are.
ready.
No way. I don't think religion's ready for it. I don't think.
Nobody's ready for
Once
it.
it really happens and they really,
Well-
Trump lays out that,
We're
I'm
still
not
arguing
really-
about whether or not the Earth is round or flat. I mean, you think the aliens are going to want to sit there and associate with us?
I'm not really worried about what.
or they're already associating with us. We don't know,
Well, how about flipping the script? Maybe the aliens don't want disclosure.
Maybe.
They can choose.
maybe.
And here's my other thing. This whole thing with that Valiant Thor. So, whatever year that was, he left, right?
Yeah, he left. I don't think Rob knows who Valiant Thor is, do you?
I heard of it, but
Yeah,
what
he
about
was
it?
the one that was taken into Congress or something like that. And they, and he tried telling, you guys are really screwing things up. You need to calm it down. And, he left. He was here for a while.
He's alien, but he looks human.
Human, yeah.
Anyway, what about him?
But what if he did come back? What if he's back now?
I don't know. Look into it, find out.
Then he
What
isn't
if
saying
that's-
anything.
What if that's what's going on?
He left as soon as Trump got in the office. He's like, hell no.
No, he left. What was it, 60s or 70s? He left.
So the thing about, just to kind of wrap up the alien stuff, Tim Burchett, Anna Paulina Luna, who's super hot. She's really hot, isn't she? Whew, sorry. They helped push, UFO hearings in Congress.
See,
recently.
we're not ready.
Yeah, see, we're not ready. I mean, we're not. But this important news is, spreading across the world, and we may be being possibly visited by aliens. And I'm like, damn, that girl's really hot, though.
Tyler, would you create alien human hybrids?
We're human.
No.
So
I
they
would
pushed.
not.
Go ahead. Human hybrids? No,
I would not create no alien human hybrids because they're going to turn out like Bubba. And hell no.
So they're pushing these, UFO hearings in Congress. They want to know what's going on. Why is information being withheld? Why is the government hiding programs? This is real, and this is going on, and this is, people that are pushing this for us. And one of them was really hot. But during the testimony, you got to remember, though, these claims are they're all based on secondhand information. And, the crazy things both of them said, right? We got to remember this. And there's no physical evidence of nothing. And that's how we do this show. We haven't seen any, physical evidence, and these are just stories being told by both of these people. Oh, I saw this and I saw that, and I was told this and I was told that. Well, that's all secondhand information. So we want the real info, okay, people, from the source. But so what are we looking at? A massive cover-up or something even stranger? What's going on?
I think the reason it's taken so long for us to get the information now is because they got so much to go through. And I think they're cherry picking in most of the information to make sure they don't release something like unintentional. Like, I circle back to Epstein because they really did fuck up releasing those files. I got a feeling they'll do the same thing with the alien files, but this time they're going to be a little more careful.
Mm-hmm. So let's shift into something a little closer to home, or at least our moon. NASA's Artemis 2, right? Let's talk about this. They just wrapped up its big lunar flyby mission. 4 astronauts looped around the moon farther than any humans since the Apollo, snapped stunning photos, and splashed down safely just days ago while live streaming on TV. The official splashdowns on YouTube. But here's where it gets weird, right? So tons of people online are calling the whole thing fake. There's, I know, viral claims of green screen glitches, AI generated footage, and even weird moving objects spotted on the lunar surface already. One image of the crew supposedly floating in front of a film studio green screen racked up over 1 million views before fact checkers called it AI slop. Another video glitch with a text overlay had conspiracy folks screaming staged, and turns out it was just the TV station's broadcast error. So we have some of the green screen footage, maybe, but man, we're not gonna look at it. But real shots from the mission look incredible, though. So is this all just a classic, is it moon hoax vibes reloaded, or is it something genuinely, is something off? I'm asking all of you in the chat and in the room, is the footage is compelling enough, that it's got people talking, and when it's shown to you over and over, of course my algorithm's probably just begging for it, but when you see it over and over, you start believing it and you start going, well, holy shit, maybe this was fake. But then you're, the real side of you's got to step back and just go, man, there were people standing there, watching it literally. And, those are witnesses. If all those people that stand in a big circle, around it and see it happen, and then it's live, it's streaming. Yeah, they make mistakes, they cut away. There's probably lots of glitches in the footage and things probably like with me, like with this box of celestial seasonings that's going to go flying by me here like I'm in a spaceship, right? See how it's making little weird look. Oh no, I'm not in this living room, everyone. Oh my god, I mean, I don't know. It can, and it shows some pieces go by them like that, and it kind of glitches out with the color. I don't know. But what do you guys think? What do you think, Stoner Chloe? And we want to know what you think. Susan Nix,
Mhm.
Aiden Urban, Southern Fried Radio. What's up, my brothers? Over at Southern Fried, the Bandit Shadow. What do you guys think?
I say let Connie or Bubba go first.
Yeah, all right. What do you think, Connie? Was it real? Was it fake? What's going on? Set everybody
Well, I
straight.
mean, we all watched it, and I think there definitely went something up. But I do have to think of, are they going to tell us the truth if they saw the dark side of the moon and they actually saw something? And then there was the time thing. How did they get up there and back so dang fast when they said it was going to take 10 days just to get up there?
That's a good point.
Yeah, how does your body? People talk about the physics and how like you just can't go 24,000 miles an hour, that your body just can't do that you just will disintegrate. What do you think about that, Bubba? We going back to the moon, or we never left the studio?
I kind of think it's horseshit. I think we set a rocket up, but
sometimes they would switch to these CGI footage that was just terrible.
And
I was like,
here's what
they have better computer artists than that. I mean,
I just really don't get what the point in it was. I mean,
just a little flyby.
If you're gonna do that, land and do something.
Check it out, and when we go back, we're staying, Bubba.
I think it was to see if they can get back to the moon. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they also put that little fuel pod up there for you to, they dropped it off in space. They did a couple of test docks, and then they took off again, literally. They stopped out there and did a little mission and dropped off this little fuel pod on the dark side of the moon, probably out there real far. And then the next time we fly out there, we're going to dock in that little pod and charge up, right? And then we're going to fly out farther and drop another docking thing out there, right? And then we're going to drop another one, and then drop another one, and then we'll be on our way to Mars, which is just stupid because I don't know. It's like, what's the temperature on Mars? Isn't it like 200 degrees below zero or something?
Yeah.
Let's move there. That sounds like a good idea.
If anybody that lives on Mars would have to be underground, and
I think Elon's even slowed down on the whole going to Mars thing, but they might be going to the moon, and I think that's stupid. Let's go up there and put bases on the moon. That's a good.
What if they dropped off fuel for the people who are already living on the moon?
What's that going to do to our, gravity and stuff and the tides? And now my son would tell you, when I was like just talking about Artemis going up there, I was like, is that a good idea? You think flying around the moon like that? And my son was like, Dad, that thing is just a speck flying around that moon. It's not going to affect nothing.
Okay,
the size of it, the size difference, it's not even anything.
All right, so get this. According to Google, it's going to take 6 to 9 months to actually get to the Mars.
Yeah.
But with the moon, it took 3 days. I thought it would take longer to get to Mars.
It's a quick stop off. Now they got the little docking pod, and they can just fuel up and keep going. I don't know. Huh, that's crazy.
Can you imagine if one of the astronauts that went to Mars was pregnant? It's going to be, by the time you get back, hey, the baby's here.
So what is Artemis? The NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon. That's its goal. Okay. And to build a long-term lunar presence. So this is real. This is ongoing, and it's heavily documented. Okay, I mean, all the other countries are watching this and documenting it, and just like the moon landing, was documented by other countries. Like Russia has full documentation proof that we went up there. Stoner Chloe says, I say it's real, but I'm also stoned. Well, that's okay.
We love you, Chloe.
We love you for that. And, that does not mean that you're wrong. That's for sure. And, I think,
well, that's the thing.
I tend to agree with you. I think it was real. We don't know for sure. We weren't there, but this whole thing could be a simulation, and I could be the only real one.
Yep.
So, and I've never been there. I don't know. I've never been to Africa. I don't know if it's real or not. It's just what I've seen.
Oh,
what
don't start.
programmed to know. I've never been to Australia.
Africa's on the other flat side of the earth.
Yeah.
This comes from the guy who just sat there and said we're ready for the alien disclosure. No.
But this, I think it's really proven a lot of the flat earthers, man. It was live and streaming. They can't. And when it landed, it'd be tough to. Everyone was like, "Oh, those aren't the real astronauts coming out, and they look like little kids." And they can't do that. I mean, the footage of that thing going through our atmosphere and busting back through was just amazing.
So
people inside that, you're going to take that away from them? Those people are badasses for doing
So
that.
my question is, when it took off, what was those group of 4 baskets that were coming down that?
It was just, people baskets, people holders. They were getting them out of the way. It was a weird time to do it. I agree, but I don't think it was the astronauts in there that were escaping right in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Here, let's just put this in the video for everyone just to, see it. And here's the astronauts leaving the spaceship real quick. If you look at those things, they were some kind of containers, baskets being used for something, and looked like they were just getting them the hell out of the way at a weird time. But I don't know.
For the first few hours, they had problems with their shitter.
Yeah,
right.
they probably it.
They did, didn't they? Yeah.
That's a bad place to have problems with the
They spent
shitter.
a whole bunch of time fixing it or something, right? Yeah.
You can't just go down to the gas station and go to the bathroom, or
Well, I hate to tell everybody, but this is real, and it's documented, and it's ongoing, and they're going to go back, and the Earth's not flat, and they turned around, they took some amazing pictures. They're not the same damn pictures that were sent before by the Apollo. Sure, they're similar. Some of them, of course, they are. So many shots and views of the moon out there, but they sent some amazing shots, though. You got any amazing new shots that you could show, Tyler, from the Apollo? Anything? I don't know. Some amazing, cool new stuff.
But Artemis.
Artemis, yeah. From Artemis, I don't know. I
don't think there's any new ones from Apollo.
So here's why people think it's fake, like weird lighting in the footage, unnatural movements all of a sudden, and glitches in the electronics. Sometimes too clean of visuals look fake. Sometimes you look at like footage and go, man, it looks so good.
But you think about this, Rob. When you're sending this rocket into space, there's going to be glitches and stuff, when you're the further you're sending something away, the more there's going to be issues.
So these claims are not new. They're the same arguments used against the Apollo moon landings. And here's the reality check for everybody. No credible scientific body has found Artemis footage to be fake, right? No one.
So far, yeah.
NASA missions are tracked globally by independent observatories and international agencies. And, That's pretty
I
much
know,
it.
like on
Look at
this
that
picture,
beautiful picture right there.
everybody was saying, "Where's the stars?"
That's, I don't know. Cameras don't pick up. It depends on the lighting settings.
Well,
and
I could attest with the star thing because the sun's going to produce so much light there, it's going to be able to block out the light from the stars. So,
and they were seeing like eclipses sometimes almost.
Let's see if this works a little better. Is that working better? My board is screwed up. Do I sound good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I might have fixed it. But that's a beautiful shot right
It
there.
is
I don't
pretty.
care who you are.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. And I don't know, man. We shouldn't. We're going to be watching this live for the next couple of years, and we shouldn't take it away. If they did this, man, whenever they got out of that thing and they got back on the boat and they were sitting on the side of the helicopter, and that dude was just chilling with his legs hanging out the side of the helicopter, and he just looked like he was cool. He was just like, yeah, just flew 25,000 miles an hour through a burning atmosphere. I'm cool.
Dude, look at how many craters are right there. Jesus.
Yeah, all the times it's been hit by comets.
Oh, God. That thing is like...
Isn't that what it is mainly, is comet holes?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't have an atmosphere like we do, so nothing burns up before it hits it, where Earth, everything burns up before it lands, pretty much.
But it's got a strong gravitational field. That's another thing for it.
Yeah.
Also, notice the crescent Earth. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, now, for instance, there's like some crazy lies going on out there too right now. Right? Okay. So there's a video you can watch, and this one guy says, okay, we're going to watch this video first, if I can find it real fast. I believe I have it. And he's saying that NASA's being sued right now for by a county, and this official is, is suing, saying that NASA is fake, right? So but the truth is, I'm going to tell you the truth about it here in a second. Okay, this is this guy named, Jack McLean. But you're full of shit, dude.
We're going to call it right now. You're full of shit.
We're calling this dude out immediately. He's being full of shit. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's watch this little his full of shit fear-mongering video here real quick.
Fear-mongering.
I got to get him on screen here. Sorry. Where is his little fear-monger face? There he is. I don't like people that, seem to like spread false stuff on purpose. Okay, so here's why this is fake, right? And why this is false. This guy is like...
this guy.
People can't fathom the fact that bubbles don't really act like...
Try to share him again.
Does he have to be British?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, don't pull that up. That's so I can stream it the best damn.
Gotcha.
That's been there actually for a long time.
Excuse me, folks. I need to go to the restroom.
All right.
I'll move her while she's going to the restroom. I think this is probably my favorite picture right here, Bubba. Look at this one. Oh, okay.
Hopefully that fixed it. Let's see.
this in space, yet we're supposed to believe that
come on.
all of this is
I
real.
hear it.
Well, I thought now would be
You
a
do?
perfect time
Yeah.
to remind you
You do,
guys
Bubba?
that NASA is actually being taken to
Okay,
court,
so-
and it's an ongoing court case of all of their fakery and deception and wasting of taxpayers' money.
I
Check
say it's
this
being,
out.
they're being
Afternoon,
taken to
Commissioners.
court.
Today, I'd like to bring
All right.
to your attention a potential fraud
Oh,
on
look,
an
and
enormous
this
scale
little
happening in
headline
York
below,
County.
I'm like, we've
There's now
just
clear
got some
evidence of NASA
official
using numerous methods to grossly
from
mislead the
Brevard
public
County
about
Commission,
astronauts being on the
right?
International Space Station.
Okay, so
During
here's the
interior
truth.
ISS scenes from NASA's
This
own
guy
live feed,
is
the
just
use
some
of wires,
dumbass.
harnesses, green screens, and virtual reality
No.
expected to achieve
Yeah,
the appearance
it's
of a
not
weightless
even in
environment.
any kind of
Examples of this include
sort of
astronauts fading
position
in and
of
out of the
any
screen,
kind,
green screen.
right? And
No.
yeah, he's just some, anybody can go up to a public meeting, and start talking, right? So let's see if I can get this screen working.
Well, we're ready for the fucking aliens, Bubba.
Yeah, so this is the real footage of this guy.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Can you hear it?
State your name for me
Yeah.
and your-
My name is Justin Harvey. I live at 103
Yeah, so-
South Osceola,
Anyway,
Orlando,
yeah, he's just a
32801.
regular dude that was just
Good afternoon,
came up
Commissioners.
and started
Today,
talking
I'd like to bring to your
about all
attention a
this
potential
stuff,
fraud
and
on an enormous scale happening in York County. There's now clear
He's
evidence of NASA using
no one's-
numerous methods to grossly
NASA's
mislead the
not
public
getting
about astronauts
sued.
being on
That's
the
the
International
point of
Space
this.
Station.
And
During
that guy
interior
turned that
ISS
whole
scenes from
video
NASA's own
into,
live
oh,
feed,
NASA's
the use
being
of wires,
sued by,
harnesses,
he
green screens, and
showed
virtual
the clip
reality
where he
have been
wanted
detected to achieve the
with
appearance
the guy
of a weightless
underneath there,
environment.
not, him
Examples
being
of this include
introduced or
astronauts
anything,
fading in and out of the screen,
the fact
green
that he's
screen
just some
glitches, grabbing objects that aren't really there,
jerk,
pulling on invisible wires, getting tangled in
off the street, basically. So just wanted to show how
Isn't he?
we can be fakeried. And then so now also let's get into this 8 missing people, right?
Question.
There's yes.
That last guy was a Republican, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Has to be. Who?
I do not know the answer to that. There you go. But
I do.
let's see. Where were we there? You made me forget where we.
With the 8 missing scientists.
Oh yeah. So okay, there's viral claims circulating right now that 8 NASA or alien-related scientists have died or disappeared mysteriously. So there's no exactly verified list of 8 scientists recently dying under suspicious circumstances tied to alien research. Okay, but it's like a recycled conspiracy pattern, sort of. What is real? We know. David Grush claimed UFO. The U.S. has recovered non-human craft. There's secret programs that are hidden, in Congress of some kind. And he said some people may have been harmed to keep it secret. But NASA and the Pentagon says there's no evidence of extraterrestrial tech. So, with these people that are missing, what the deal is, this part's on my phone now. Sorry. Yeah, so it's like taking out my information about that. That's weird. Dang it.
The government silenced you.
That's right.
So, well, okay. I've had a breakdown on who's true. I mean, who is missing and who's not missing But if you really look into it, some of the cases, have been solved, and some of them haven't. Let me see if I've gone down here a little farther. Okay, yeah. So Billy Carson is really pushing this too, like a list of these people. So okay, let me show you his posts and stuff about this.
I don't like Carson.
Yeah, well, he's been wrong about some stuff lately, and called out for stuff, and yeah, he's a trippy dude. He's a conspiracy guy, and he's a trip. And this is one thing he's just kind of, I think, exaggerating on a little bit. I'm trying to get this back up. Here we go. Stupid Facebook. Billy Carson. Okay, so his forbidden knowledge page, they're saying this. Let's see. Hold on. You guys can see this. Let me know if you can hear it. Just give me a thumbs up or something.
You gotta mute it. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't have music. Okay, it's no big deal. Okay, they're not saying nothing. Okay, so this is what he's posting, though. All these scientists: Carl Grillmeyer, David Michael Hicks, Monica Riza.
Frank never said about how some of them are connected to each other also.
Yeah, and then here's William Neal McCaslin, who is missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this has happened over an amount of time, is what I'm saying.
He was that last one, right? The latest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Where you got the cursor at now.
Yeah.
Okay, that. I'm just making sure that, so I got it in my head that he's the last one there.
So Billy Carson, he's the founder of Forbidden Knowledge. So shout out to them. That's where this comes from. He talks a lot about ancient civilizations too, which I like him because of that. But he talks about UFOs and hidden tech and alternative history. So he's awesome. He's a story-driven personality, but he's not a verified scientific source. Even in mainstream appearances, like podcasts, like he's known for, he makes these big claims, but he's really got limited hard evidence, and he's blending real facts with speculation. Okay, here's the truth: there's no verified report of 8 scientists recently missing or killed tied to alien disclosure. And this idea is actually very old, and it comes from a long-running conspiracy tied to the moon landing, the list of dead NASA scientists, and claims that they were silenced. For example, there was Apollo-era astronaut deaths, which were real accidents, and later packaged up as cover-ups. So, these deaths, some of these were plane crashes. They were test accidents. They were training accidents, right? They weren't assassinations. So Billy Carson, sorry, Billy, like, you're full of shit, dude.
I just don't know if I can believe that all those were accidents.
So I just told 2 other streamers on the show tonight they're full of shit. So there you go. That's our new saying. You're full of shit, dude.
Ah, shots fired.
We're firing shots at both of them. So here's what he's doing. It's a pattern that works psychologically. He takes real deaths from decades ago. He adds modern fear, UFO disclosure, and then he says it's happening again. And this creates this urgency without even any evidence. So the important thing is there's no current evidence. There's no credible news outlet saying none of this. There's no government report. There's no verified whistleblower has confirmed any of this. No scientists are missing, murdered, silenced because of alien disclosure. Okay. But right now, figures like Billy Carson are warning that scientists are disappearing, and so are other people. But when you dig deeper, you don't find bodies, you don't find investigations, you find something else, a repeating pattern. Same old story told again and again across decades, really. Different names, different faces, but same fear, you fear mongers. Yeah. So the question isn't, are the scientists being silenced? It's, why does this story keep coming back? And this is why. So, I don't know. It's a phenomenon that I kind of am analyzing right now. But
Well, the dead you can, kind of explain. Accidents do happen, but the missing ones are weird.
Billy, on this one, you're just reaching. Okay. So,
Yeah.
but
but the missing ones are weird.
yeah, and
Well-
the guy, the general, is weird, and we want him to be found. We're taking that
Right.
seriously. We're not saying these aren't, some of them aren't possibly real issues, but a lot of them are not. So,
Well, and this happens every time when something big comes out. We had it with the Epstein files. We've had it with Artemis, where there's people pushing misinformation and fake news that just they want to push it out there to get themselves more notoriety. But the problem is that they clog the truth and they clog the real news we're trying to get through people.
Yeah.
And that becomes a huge problem. Like, how many times will you scroll through, say, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube? You'll find a video of the art being attacked by like aliens or something, or whatever. This shit happens all the time with like every big news story.
Yeah, that's why we're here to kind of call bullshit on people like this, and
I need more information on like what's the materials processing group. We got 2 of them from there. And,
well, there's
I don't know.
So I had AI dig into it very carefully, and because if there really were a recent list of scientists dying or going missing, this would show up somewhere credible, right? So to be honest, that's the no BS answer to all of it. There's no verified recent lists like he's claiming there is. This is AI says this right here. There's no confirmed list of 8 recent scientists tied to NASA UFOs dying mysteriously. There's no credible news coverage. That's important. We always talk about verified and things like that. And is anyone else looking at it? It was just your podcast. That don't count. There's
but
no
AI
government
lied to you already.
Yeah, it lies. There's no government confirmation. There's no investigative journalism backing any of this up. So if something like this were real, it wouldn't be buried. It would be front page news everywhere, right?
Right.
So you got to think about it like that, I guess.
Like, I mean, the general, for example, we know he's missing. That was big news.
Yeah.
The other people on this list,
they're well-known historical NASA engineers, scientists, astronauts, scientists, who died in test flights, accidents, and plane crashes. And they go back decades, repackaged as mysterious deaths. So I don't know. Take a bunch of deaths and put them in a list. Here it is. So there you go. Pretty much. Anyway, he didn't present a list of murdered scientists. His claims, are still all being debated and investigated. So if he did have a list like this, all I'm saying is it would be bigger than anything in Congress right now, and this bigger than Carson, bigger than this guy. So anyway, so it's a carefully constructed story, Bubba. That's what it is.
Well, and the thing is like, it's not Bubba's fault because this kind of stuff gets pushed out all the time, and people fall for this all the time. It's so misleading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, AI videos showing, let's say, for example, the Loch Ness Monster riding a Harley. That you can sit there and say it's bullshit. But when it's intricate and scripted, as well as, like, say, this article Rob's got up here, that's where people will sit there and look at it and go, oh, that must be true.
Uh-huh. Yep, they do, and I will too sometimes, man.
Oh yeah, we'll have.
Remember, Alex Jones was.
Oh God.
But one thing that happened to him was the Sandy Hoax.
Yeah,
the Sandy Hook event that happened, and he was in. He said he was, influenced by just online everybody's talk about it, and it became real to him, and he thought it was fake, and he thought those people were crisis actors, and he just bought into all of it, and it was all online, so it happens to real people every day. Cost him his whole business, but he seems to be back all over the place though, which is pretty wild.
He's going off on Trump now.
Oh, he did. He went off on Trump. That's a bad breakup.
Trump went off on him too. Trump, there's like this team. It's like Trump. It's Tucker Carlson, and it's
Tim Cast.
And it's Alex Jones and like that other lady who am I missing?
Candace Owens.
And they're like this little team against Trump, man. Everyone he mentioned, and Trump mentioned them the other day, like attacked all of them, called them all idiots and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what he said exactly, but he went after them all. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Isn't that weird? How would you like to be just chilling at home and know that like the president like attacked you in a tweet? Would that make you feel a little scared for your life a little? I don't know. Man.
Well, that might make the podcast bigger.
I mean, it's not like you're just going to die and just because that happens, but it's creepy.
If you want that to happen, let me make the call.
No, I think you'll just get canceled.
I just think it's childish of Trump. So
it is.
What? So what they're saying stuff. So what?
I don't know what Bubba was just talking about. I just want to make that clear.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much all I had to say about that. So now grab your favorite mug.
Oh no, it's tea time.
Because it's tea time. Can we show a picture of some celestial tea on the screen? You got
Yes, I'll bring some up.
That'd be some good. One of the creepy ones with like weird markings on it and stuff, and the Easter eggs and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, celestial seasonings, of course, is that tea that's loved by everyone, but tonight, grab your favorite mug like Connie down there and fill it up with some celestial seasonings like some Sleepy Time or some Tension Tamer, all those cozy blends, but it looks wholesome, right? But the real story about it is way weirder. So it starts in 1969 in Boulder, Colorado. A group of young hippies led by a guy named Mo Segal are out in the Rockies picking wild herbs, and they mix them up and they sew little muslin bags by hand, and boom, Celestial Seasonings is born. Sounds like your classic.
He said picking wild herbs.
So it sounds like your classic peace and love startup, right? So let's see. Here's the twist. They weren't just any hippies, okay? They were part of a full-on UFO. This is where the part where we have to be, careful about what we say exactly. But I'm just going to say it. They were part of a full-on UFO worshiping religious group, okay?
Where can I join?
Bubba, you're already in it, probably. You just don't know it. It's called, we're going to tell you about it. This is how you can get in it. They followed and they channeled this book called the Urantia book, right? Tyler.
Yes, the Urantia book.
Urantia book. And they followed it like it was scripture. They believed it was dictated directly from extraterrestrial beings, and they treated it as divine truth. So Mo and his crew were deep into it. They were meditating on spaceships, and they're waiting for aliens to land, the whole lot, right? They even named some of their first teas after characters and concepts straight out of the Urantia book. For a while, Celestial Seasonings basically operated like a cult compound. Members lived together, worked together, prayed together, waiting for the mothership, dude. Yeah.
Hey, I'm running a disclaimer.
Yeah, I thought.
Fast forward to years later, the company explodes in popularity, right? They go from hippie herb pickers to massive tea empire. But behind the little cute bear on the box, there he is. Look, where's that little bear at? I got one right here. Behind the bear. Dun, dun. Look, the bear's floating. Behind the bear. Those early roots were straight up cosmic cult vibes. Okay. So next time you're sipping a cup of Celestial Seasoning, just remember you might be drinking something brewed by people who thought UFOs were their ticket to enlightenment. Connie.
Okay.
That's the strange truth behind your bedtime tea. So
I think the tea leaves came from the aliens.
You drank a lot, haven't you? But
you could use though.
Did you drink some sleepy time tonight? You sound like.
See.
Just kidding. So, okay, what is the Urantia book? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's little weird, things on there. Look, like
Let me bring up a bigger
the backgrounds and the fireplaces and the weird flowers and.
Is that the one that has
thank
the
you.
Larry
This
in the room?
article's. Oh, I like that. Thank you. Please don't sue us, Celestial Seasonings.
Yeah.
Because we drink it, and
Now I get to zoom in on it.
We're totally cool with alien tea. So
I'm sorry, but I'm looking at this. I'm sure great product. Please don't sue either podcast.
Yeah,
we are syndicated. I see nothing that looks like extraterrestrial on it. It's just a bear who fell asleep.
I'm not
on that pack. Now let's
you.
look at some other flavors. Let's look at some other early flavors, right?
Okay.
The Urantia book. Let's talk about it. It was published in 1955. It claims to be written by celestial beings. It describes Earth as Urantia, and it mixes religion, cosmology, and science-like narratives. It's often described as a cosmic revelation text. But here's the line we got to say. There's no evidence that the company itself is tied to a religion. There's no proof of alien worship. The founders...
I'm sorry. I just found an article that details a lot of pictures. This is so bullshit. What's in here?
Let's see it. What we're saying is bullshit, you mean?
No, not what we're saying, but what the conspiracy is.
Oh, yeah? It's worse than that?
Oh, yeah. Hang on, man. All right.
So what we do know is that, we're making things clear legally.
All right.
There's no evidence the company itself is tied to a religion. There's no proof of alien worship. However, the founders were a part of a countercultural spiritual movement. And yes, this book was in that orbit. Okay.
All right. So
what's going on
zooming
here
in
with the freaking dragons?
I would like everyone to look at this picture and tell me what you see. And I'll tell you.
It's like a celestial being floating on the back of a dragon, maybe. What do you see, Connie?
Camelot.
Yeah. All right. That's good.
Tamer.
Tension tamer.
Yes.
Tamer. Huh.
What I say, Tamer? Shit.
Tamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bubba.
And
What
a
do you think?
castle to take you away. What do you think,
Not
Bubba?
seeing anything special on it. Like,
What do you see? What's it make you think
All right.
about?
because I'm zooming in. I mean, it is kind of magical, kind of.
Okay, celestial.
According
Yeah.
to the conspiracy, this box art of Tension Tamer
Uh,
details. I can't believe. Why did you find this?
let's hear it.
The good one.
This apparently depicts the history of humans and reptilian extraterrestrials
Oh
making
yeah.
a pact leading to the future kingdom where they'll all coexist.
Hell yeah. That's a
Can't be
reptilian
serious.
with a
Yes,
alien
man.
on it. With one of those tall blonde aliens on its
So
back.
they're claiming the eye placement is that of a classic alien. It's a reptilian. You have a
I'm down. You're right.
you have a princess or
Some
a
kind
queen
of
or something.
alien queen. Yeah.
This is supposed to be your leadership of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Working in unison with reptilians.
But again, no proof of alien worship. We got to throw
I'm
that out
zoomed
there
in on
legally.
it. I'm zoomed in on it, and I
Uh-huh.
will say the eye placement is kind of odd. They're
Man, they just
closer
nailed
together.
the exact alien classic, gray eye placement there. Huh. That's
Yeah.
interesting. They did that on purpose. So, all right. So we know the founders were part of this counterculture spiritual movement of some kind, ladies and gentlemen. So,
God damn it! I just read another one.
Oh no.
so now here's a modern controversy to kind of twist on all of it. Celestial Seasonings is facing lawsuits in 2026, claiming that their teas have been marketed as natural, but they may contain synthetic citric acid.
Oh my God, that's bigger than the alien shit.
Damn. Now that's a controversy.
Why?
But the tea is a plant. The tea is a plant. Therefore, it is natural.
It's a plant.
No. Can we see the ingredients on the box? Does it say synthetic citric acid? I'm going to go crazy. No. So their teas are marketed as natural, but they may contain some synthetic citric acid. So there we go. Maybe the real mystery isn't aliens in your tea, but how something born in the 1960s mysticism ended up in grocery stores all across America.
Would you guys like to depict or try and figure out what exactly is going on in this picture according to the conspiracy theorists?
Okay.
I think you first, Connie.
What do we got? Merlin and unicorns and
a happy little mint magic.
But I don't get it why he would do mint. But magic, yes, I can understand.
I don't know, but there's a gold chalice.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm pretty sure, obviously, tea leaves around it. And he's got a basket of tea leaves.
He could be dropping them to do the tea reading thing, to read the future. He's got a unicorn next to him. He's got those mountains are pretty wild in the background. And look at the mystical shapes in the sky too, the stars and the Masonic curves and curls in the sky. That's little kind of subliminal stuff back there. Yep. Pretty wild.
All right. Do you want to know the hidden picture behind this?
Yeah. Tell us about it. What is it?
All right. Rob.
Definitely doing a spell.
Rob, this might be your favorite tea.
All right. I'm going to get some now. Mint Magic. Let's do this.
The wizard supposedly represents the Anunnaki.
Wow. Okay.
With their unicorn being their mystical, bridge between Earth and their world, delivering science and technology to humanity.
Okay.
That one is a longer fucking stretch of the dragon one.
They tripping on something, and it ain't tea.
Which one? The conspiracy theorists or the tea people?
This one, the mint magic.
It's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
Wow.
This is so. Why did you send me down this rabbit hole, Rob?
I like hearing these.
So here's a link for everybody to the book. I put that up in the chat to the Eurasia book, the Wikipedia. Tyler, you could check that out if you see. Is it a picture of it or anything like a real one?
Let me look.
I mean, I never knew all this. I grow my own herbs, but for teas and stuff, I never really get the mix right. So that's why I buy it.
I've grown my own herbs too.
Never gonna eat that in a million damn years. Let's see. Bring this up.
Now when I type, it just like you hear everything because of this mic. I got a tabletop mic now, and if you touch the tabletop,
you hear it.
You hear
it. Yeah, I'm the same way with my desk.
Yeah,
there you go. The Eurasia book is the spiritual, philosophical, and religious book that originated in Chicago, Illinois. I'm done. It says Chicago. I got nothing to do with Chicago.
No. Man, it comes from Chicago. The aliens landed, and so the text is composed by I mean, the author, it just says what? Celestial being. Like, who's the author? Anonymous.
The text, which claims to be composed of celestial beings, introduces the word Eurasia as the name of the planet Earth, and states its intent is to present enlarged concepts and advanced Earth. The book aims to unite religion, science, and philosophy.
How it arrived is unclear. That's wild.
Well,
you think
you can
we
tie
would
in
know
the
by
book.
now?
You can tie in the Book of Enoch with it.
Well, supposedly, according to this article, it's supposed to be a run-on of the Book of Enoch.
Yeah, see?
What?
Right.
What?
Well, when the Watchers, they taught herbology, and they was teaching the women all that.
Yeah.
So it's,
Wow.
This seems more like it's a book that's wrote to combine science with religion, like a judo science like thing.
That's wild. So,
well, the fact that it comes from Chicago, Illinois, I'm done. I'm done with that shit. No.
I love that. That's great.
As long as Prince
It came from Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, is this the real guys, or is it going to get into celestial teas or not?
I don't know.
Is it going to tie them in somehow in the article?
The exact circumstance of the order.
And by the way, here's the tea created from it.
William S. Sadler and his wife, Lena Sadler, physicians in Chicago, well known in the community, are said to have been approached as early as 1911 by a neighbor who was concerned because she would occasionally find her husband in a deep sleep and breathing abnormal. Well, maybe if you drink too much of that tea, it'll put you in a deep sleep.
Wow. Interesting. So the book's got a pretty mysterious history, doesn't it? Wow, that's a trip.
It does.
Now we're not trying to get people to convert to,
Don't go jump on your sofas, people. It looks like it says here that they were approached about the concept, but they're not the authors. They were given the book to publish. But it's not saying like who
by the aliens. Yeah, the aliens.
No, I don't think it's by the.
They visit them and probe.
Oh, here you go. As of 2006, the Eurasia Foundation accepted that the international copyright on the English text has expired.
Wow, so good. At least they won't come after us now and strike us.
Yeah, but they're also mentioning Edgar Casey in there too, the Sleeping Prophet.
Really? Look at that.
I just saw
that.
Yeah.
What the
hell? Where's that at?
This is an interesting read, huh?
Topic
so the nature of God and the individual. What is cosmology? Is the cosmos
study of the stars and
I thought that's astronomy.
planets and It's the same thing. Well, the planets and
It's like bigger or what?
right.
It really is
So-
weird because it's trying to mix science with religion.
Now Connie's gonna she's gonna drink a bunch of tea and form a Eurasia cult.
I'll just stick with my chamomile.
This is literally taking the quote from Arthur C. Clarke, where magic is just science we don't understand, and it's
Right.
making it like legitimate.
Now, does anyone feel different about drinking these teas now?
If it brings Connie closer to the aliens,
Yeah,
I say go for it.
I'm down. I'm still drinking the alien tea.
Dude, how badass would that be if they actually released a tea said alien brew? That would be like, all right, we're marketing this shit.
We might be getting, secret messages or something. I'm gonna start drinking some every night just in case. We might be getting some secret codes.
Well, I ain't got nothing yet, and I drink it every night.
Well,
I'll stick to my Full Throttle. Thank you very much. By the way, Full Throttle, I don't sponsor a couple of hot cafes.
I had some news stories, but it's getting late, and I think we can wrap it up, guys. Unfortunately, yeah. But we had some weird news stories. We'll drop some of those on the Facebook throughout the week. I've been dropping like news updates throughout the week, like things we didn't get to, and not daily. At first, I was going to do it daily, but I can't do it daily. But anything like new and unusual, I've been making like a little news report, kind of weird weekly news update, and throwing a couple of them out there in the middle of the week. So watch for those. There you go. So anything else, guys? Tonight we looked at tea inspired by cosmic ideas, missions to the moon, and still questions and whispers of disclosure going through Washington. Maybe none of these stories prove we're being visited. Maybe they don't prove anything is being hidden at all, but they do prove something else. They prove we're still searching, still questioning, still looking up and wondering, and wondering if what we're being told is the full story. Because in a world flooded with all this information and fake stuff and lies, sometimes the strangest signal is the ones that we just can't quite verify. But that's where we live, right here between fact and fiction, kind of between noise and the truth. That's where we are, weird frequencies. Kind of in the middle there. We try to, straighten things out and just dig in like just regular people. So there we go. We just told some podcasters they're full of shit tonight.
So we're gonna start a war with a tea company and a couple of podcasters.
Yeah, 3 2 big podcasters and one gigantic corporation. So, you gotta fight the good fight, right?
Again, I want to point out the tea company do not sue either podcast. We just syndicate Rob Hansen's show. We just got a sponsor. Don't come after us.
Yeah, and again, we want to point out that the company has not been linked to any kind of actual alien cults, and or it wasn't founded on any kind of alien religion that we really have proof of. Okay, but there you go. That's our disclaimer. Bam. So thank you for watching and listening, everybody. You can go back if you missed the show. You can go back and watch it. You can also listen now on Apple Music and Amazon Music and Spotify. You can listen to past shows. Listen to this show. Go back and check it out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And Tyler, Connie, Bubba, thank you for joining us tonight. And we got to write up Adam. Yeah, you're written up, Adam. Boom. Verbal.
Oh, so the golden child got rid of for once.
Yeah.
We'll just give him a verbal. Yeah, he just gets a verbal. Sorry. Yeah, that's good to know. Poor
I
little
literally just looked out to my right like you were sitting next
We're
to
just
me
gonna
like
give him a little verbal. Here you go, Adam. It's okay. But you get written up, Tyler.
Yeah, I saw your comment earlier about. I got a sponsor trying to sponsor this show. It's like, oh, he wants to throw that. All right.
This is Josh and Tyler. No, we're playing. All right, man. You guys have a good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will see you next Sunday night on Weird Frequencies.
I got before we get off the air.
Yeah.
You know, I did the Ark of the Covenant a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah, that's got a ton of listens on our podcasting too. It was like on top of the list.
I would like to do another one.
Awesome. About what?
I haven't decided yet. Maybe give me about 2 weeks because I'm going to peel the curtain back on my personal life. My mother-in-law passed away about 2 weeks ago. I think everybody's kind of aware of it, and we're just trying to get through the funeral services and everything. But let me do some sleuthing. I'll figure out if I can find a topic that we can all talk about that's pretty big, and there'd be a lot more like video evidence and whatnot. But to be honest with you, I'm leaning towards the Phoenix Lights.
Very cool. Very
doing
cool.
A full breakdown of the Phoenix Lights and pulling up video and everything that was associated with it. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. Give me 2 weeks, and we'll do a live report coverage on the whole Phoenix Light situation.
Very cool.
That was a very big UFO phenomenon in the 90s.
Yeah,
I think we all remember it.
On that. Yeah, it'd be cool to find some people that maybe saw it, try to get some interviews. That'd be cool.
Yep. Don't worry, Bubba. I'll find a Bigfoot one for you after that one. Okay.
Hey, I have a little news too. I can't say a whole lot about it because it's not finalized or anything at all yet. But an idea that I've been kicking around with movie maker friends of mine is making a series of Weird Frequencies documentary films.
Ooh.
How about that, man? We've been diving into these subjects, and there's so many things that I think we could film 40-minute, 60-minute documentaries on them. And with today's technology, it's becoming more and more capable. And we also have friends in this industry that we're kind of reaching out to. I'll tell you guys who it is here. I can't say on the air, but I've already reached out, and we're just talking about it right now. But I've already written the first episode actually, so I'm serious about getting this done, and I've got the means to get it done and produce it and make it happen. So yeah, so I got 10 ideas started, of my own, and then we'll get ideas from everyone else on the show, and Tyler and Connie and Bubba, and we'll do shows on those, and we're going to do long form episodes and launch them on YouTube first is the plan, right? And we'll launch our first episode on YouTube and then go from there. Then who knows, submit them to the big guys after that, after we get a couple under our belt, and see how it goes first. But, first we're going to, I've already, submitted it to movie friends of mine, and the first episode, and they say they love the idea, but it needs, some polishing up, and we're going to go from there, man. So I'll know more about it probably next week, and we'll talk about it. So, and I'll tell you guys more about it here in a second. So, but anyway, that's the show for tonight, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay weird. Rest the monkeys and rest the UFOs, and get a good picture of them, man. Oh,
are you still on?
Yeah, we're still on. Bye, Mom.
Susan's here.
Love you, Susan. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, man. We'll see y'all. Take care.
Bye.